Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing a video after a long time. I've got many comments and private messages. They all wanted me to show you how you draw using the charcoal pencils and this charcoal powder. So I'm gonna show you just how to draw this eye, just the basic techniques. Again, we'll go through all of them. So here I'm going to get the shape of the eye first. So I'm going to teach you a few techniques here on how to draw using a charcoal pencil and how to shade and blend. I use this paper stump and also this brush to just blend the pencil and the powder together. So I just got the basic shape here of the eye, and we know the center part of this pupil is kind of dark here. As you can see, the reflection is about like a square shape right here. And the outer border is, as you can see, it's not exactly a line or a circle. In fact, it's like a blend or a smudged line, so it's not very clear. So we're going to follow these cautions right here to finish this eye drawing. So instead of drawing with a pencil, I'm just giving a small shade of the outline using the charcoal powder. This. Always make sure you do not need to draw the outline of the circle with a pencil. It's just like a blend. It's not clear, it's just a smudged circle. Okay, as you can see, the eye, the whole eye, the top portion of the whole eyeball is kind of dark compared to the bottom because of the shadow from the eyelid. So I'm gonna just make this part just blend gently using this paper stump. There are certain darker areas in the eye right here. I don't want to use the powder for that. Instead, I can just use this charcoal pencil, and it's just a personal choice. You can just do the way you want to, but these are the dark spots. I want to fill it in with the pencil, and then take the stump, blend it in. So as you can see, I am able to put some darker shade on the top just to show that this is the shadow from the eyelid. You can also use the brush and using circular motions you can just blend it in. Now, as you can see, the muscles inside this eye, they are like a, like this just looks like a sun rays, so that extend out towards the perimeter, the circumference. So first I'm just trying to draw some of those muscle fibers with the charcoal pencil. And then take the blender and just try to blend it in. Don't try to use a lot of pressure here, because you don't want to lose the shape of the muscle fiber that you just drew. This, you still maintain the box, the square right here. That's just a reflection. You already got, it already looks like a 3D structure right here, but you have a lot to do now here. It's not done yet. As you can see in this reflection, you see the reflection of the eyelashes. So those are the details we need to focus if you want to really make it like really realistic. So again, these eyelashes, learn to flick the pencil. As you can see here, the bottom of the eye, the bottom of this line that I flicked is thick compared to the tip, and just curve it a little bit. That looks like eyelash. And these eyelashes, as you can see, they appear in groups, like 2 to 3 at a time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is a very good technique to practice eyelashes and the eyebrows as well. So I'm going to practice the same thing right here, making the center part of this pupil a little bit darker, like in the picture. Gently darken the border of this pupil, and then blend it with the blender. See, as you can notice, it's the eyeball is kind of dark at the end, the tips at the ends right here on both sides. That's just that's how the shadow, that's from the light. If you know the light and what do you call that, light concept, where the shadows will be and where the ball is darker, you will be able to easily understand this part. Like if this is a ball right here, and if this is the light source, obviously this part of the ball will be lighter and this part of the ball will be darker, and the bottom of the ball will be darkest, so as the shadow part will be darker. We are going to use the same technique here. So I'm not going to really draw the shades, but gently, not applying so much pressure right here, but gently filling it in. Not so much, but still you should be able to see this. Now you can use the brush to blend it, or the paper stump. It's again personal choice, or whichever one you want to use whatever tool you have, you can just use it, but make sure you practice a lot, because this is not something you will be getting it right away. I mean, as soon as you look at this video, you may not be able to draw the same way like I did here. I'm very sure about that. Like, we need to practice a lot if you want to be a good artist, or if you want to draw anything better than what you were used to. Definitely you need to have the knowledge on how to draw that part. At the same time, you also need to practice that quite a few times. So nobody will be perfect on his first turn, in the first turn. So definitely it takes time. Practice is the key. So here I made this part darker. Now I started to blend using the brush. I'll show it with the blender too. I did another eye drawing in the past, but that was purely with the charcoal powder. I wanted to show you that without using the powder, we can still create the same picture with the pencil. I'm still gently applying pressure, gently applying this charcoal on the eyeball. I'm not pressing it hard. If you really press it hard like this and you try to blend it, you will still see those dark lines in the blended area. So I don't want that to happen here. So I'm just gently applying that charcoal on the eyeball right here. And you can see this, some parts of this pupil are darker compared to the other parts. So I just want to replicate that part. So you can do your own way. There's no hard and fast rule here, but try using your imagination and keep creating. See this? As you can see, we were able to get the eyeball so good already. Now you see these small capillaries in the eyeball. That's up to you. That's your choice. You want to draw it, you can draw it, but when you do it, you have to be really careful. That should not dominate your eye drawing. So make sure you do it very gently. I mean, it should not mess up the real picture here. I don't want to blend it so much here because I don't want to lose the line here, but I did. Okay, now you see this eyelid right here, that just follows the shape of the eye upper border. And here you want to create a 3D effect. So instead of using the pencil, now I got my paper blender and just pull the charcoal down gently. Again, don't press too hard on the paper. Pull the charcoal down gently. Leave a gap right here. Like, don't make the whole part dark here. Like that. And you can see the eyelashes here, they don't start on this line right here, they start on this upper border of the eye. And again, as I said, the eyelashes, the goal is not to draw the eyelashes like this. There has to be a flick, and that flick has to be curved. So as you can see, this eye has got a lot of eyelashes here. So I'm gonna start from here and curve. And it's good to draw them like in a groups of 2 to 3 together to give it like a realistic appearance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They can cross each other, but not all of them will cross. Some of them definitely cross like this. The flicks give us the exact way how the hair looks. Like the eyelash looks thicker in the bottom and they just taper at the top. So the flicking is the key here. Don't try to draw the line for the eyelash from bottom to the top like this. It has to be a flick. So depending on the eye, you can put the eyelashes shorter or longer. So here you can see there's the inside of the eyeball is eye is seen here. So I'm gonna make it darker a little bit. Okay. And after that, I'm gonna finish this part of the eye. Again, I am doing this without using any highlighter like a white gel pen. People use erasers like a mono eraser or like a sharp tip eraser, but I'm just doing with just the pencil and the brush and the blender. As you can see, the eyelashes in the bottom, they don't start right here, but you have to extend this part a little bit, like draw another layer, another line underneath the eye. And those eyelashes start from this part right here. See this? Not from this line, but the line below. And definitely they are not as long as the top ones. You got it? So now we've still got the shades under the eye. See, I'm not using a lot of pencil here, but instead I'm using the blender or the brush itself, because I don't want those lines to be seen. And like, I'm sure when I use the pencil, I don't press it so much on the paper because I am used to that. But when you try it for the first time, you may press the pencil hard on the paper and it's very hard to get rid of those lines. So it's better to just do this and take the blender, rub on the charcoal powder right there and just spread it. This is a better technique. See that? You may ask me how much pressure you can apply and how can you practice. For that, this is the technique. Use the pencil at the tip, not too close, not in the middle, just a little bit farther, and try to draw the spectrum of shading and keep on increasing the pressure. On the paper, you see the difference here. It's really lighter, and this is lightest, lighter, light, darker, darkest, and you can go really dark here. This is the main technique that you need to practice in shading any picture. So as you can see here I'm making all the fine tuning. Again, as you can see, I have not used any eraser or any kind of highlighter here. We just went with the flow and used just the pencil, charcoal pencil and the blender. So you don't really need a highlighter to make it look real. More you practice, much better you will be getting at it. Okay, so if you have any question, again, like if you want to draw the eyebrow here, there will be the same technique. First get the shape of the eyebrow, the eyebrow with a long arm and a short arm. Excuse me. So first I got the shape of it, and then I want you to just fill it in. Again, use this lighter part, lighter section of this spectrum. First fill it in. Then you take the blender and blend it evenly. This forms the base of the eyebrow. On top of that, we are going to again use these flicks to draw the eyebrow. And for the eyebrow, everybody knows the tip of the eyebrow here towards the bridge of the nose, you'll have those hair like they go towards the head, and then they slowly turn towards the direction of the eyebrow here. Again, this you get better at it as you watch and practice more. Again, here I'm not just drawing this. That won't look realistic. Basically, these eyebrows, the hair follicles and hair, they just go in different direction. And they fall out more in the short arm here. And here I can just show with the brush too. Just gently blend it. You should not blend it too much that you lose the hair, the lines of the hair you just did. So it has to be really gentle. So you can either use a brush or the paper blender and pull the charcoal down a little bit just to give that natural shadow under the eyebrow. So I just try to pull and spread this charcoal evenly. As you can see, we have not used any kind of highlighter here. Neither I used any white gel pens to draw the highlights. So you can do anything with practice. If you have any questions, just leave a message down below and I'll try to answer as many as possible as soon as possible. Okay, thank you so much for watching this with me and giving me a chance to go through this eye drawing again. Thank you and you have a good day. Bye bye.